thoughts on the role or lack thereof of Epstein in all of this. I heard you on, I believe, with Judge Napolitano talking about the role that the Epstein files may have vis-a-vis not just Trump, but Biden. I don't want to give away your answer, though. So what are your thoughts on the role of Epstein and the Epstein files and Epstein's history in potentially in the U.S.'s treatment of Israel?
When you look at Trump and his behavior towards Israel, and you look at his behavior before he became president, there's good reason to think that the Israelis have the goods on him, and that they've made it clear to him that if he gets tough on Israel, they'll reveal certain things. One also can hypothesize that given his very close relationship with Jeffrey Epstein, and the fact that Jeffrey Epstein recorded so much of his interactions with other people and those other people's interactions with young girls and with young women, that maybe there's something there. The problem is that we don't have the evidence, so you can't say for sure that Trump is being blackmailed. But there is enough circumstantial evidence that one has the sense, and I'm choosing my words carefully here, one has the sense that that may be the case. And then the final point I'd make to you is I find it quite amazing the extent to which both Democrats and Republicans are unwilling to release the Epstein files. You really wonder what's in there. I mean, they just do not, whether you're talking about Democrats or Republicans, they just do not want those files to see the day of light. And when you sort of come to understand what Epstein was doing, and we know what he was doing in general, we don't know the particulars regarding individuals like Bill Clinton or Donald Trump, but we don't know all the particulars. You begin to think that maybe the reason that Trump is fighting mightily to keep the Epstein files under wraps, and that the reason that the Biden administration never used the Epstein files on Donald Trump was because so many different people from both parties are implicated in what's in those files. It just, common sense tells you that that's at least a possibility, and maybe that that's likely. But when I watch Trump, and given what I know about Trump's history of behavior towards women, I wouldn't be surprised at all if they're blackmailing him.
I heard you also mention something about the Democrats, because as you pointed out, Biden wasn't interested in releasing files either.
It may be the case. I don't know about Biden. It's just hard to say. I mean, we know that the Israelis have a rich history of spying on people and using the information that they find to blackmail individuals. And by the way, Israel's not the only country that does this, but most people seem to think that the Israelis are better than everybody else at gaining information, compromising information on individuals, and then using that to blackmail them. But again, I can't say this is true because we don't have the evidence. But all I would say is when I look at the circumstantial evidence and I look at how Trump behaves, Trump envisions himself as a tough guy. He does not like to be pushed around. And if you look at how he treats every other country on the planet, he slaps all of them around. He treats all of them with a heavy dose of contempt, including our allies. There's only one exception, and that's Israel. Israel stands out like a sore thumb. He never gets tough with Israel. He occasionally pretends that he does, but then he backs off. And you ask yourself, why is that the case? He's supposed to be Mr. Tough Guy. He's supposed to be capable of pushing people around who get in his way, get in America's way. He's an American firster. And here's this country that is contradicting him at different turns. And he doesn't get tough with them at all. He gets tough with countries that don't do anything, that try to appease him. There are all sorts of countries in the system like Japan, South Korea, Switzerland. They're all, the British, they're bending over backwards to appease Donald Trump because they understand how powerful he is. Do you see the Israelis do that? No. Do you see Benjamin Netanyahu do that? No. Do you see Trump getting tough with them? No. And you just sort of say to yourself, why is that the case? And then when you think about the blackmail angle and you think about the big kerfuffle involving Jeffrey Epstein, you sort of say